Hello everybody, more tales from the tunnel, and today I want to speak to you about salvias. Now, quite rightly, salvias are now big business. Everybody has targeted them as a plant that doesn't stop flowering, gives you tremendous growth, many different heights, colours. I have to say, here at Enchanted, I've concentrated more on the Amethyst variety. They come so easily from cuttings. It means that every plant you buy from me, you can take hundreds of your own cuttings, which I actively approve of and encourage you to do so. So the reason I've brought the salvias into the tunnel is because when we first came here, back 2 years ago, I had probably 300 in stock of the different varieties that I'd held for years. And because I didn't have a tunnel and they were just put on the pasture, which was incredibly wet, I lost 90%, I'd say, of my salvias. So obviously I cried. And we weren't really sure what to do. And then a friend of mine, Jill, came to my rescue. Jill is an excellent grower, avid gardener, wonderful, all-round wonderful person. And Jill has managed to take cuttings, because she knows I won't do the plug plants, take cuttings of all of her salvias. I did buy in some salvias from that wonderful salvia company in Kent or Sussex. I'm not sure quite where they are. So to avoid losing them, it's not the frost that is going to kill this particular family and variety of salvias. It's going to be the wet, sitting on the pasture, wet winter. So I bought them in, fingers crossed. We've got Amistad, we've got Hotlips, we have got, let's have a look at this one. So this is Salvia Icing Sugar, I've got Sue's Purple, I've got Blue Note, I've got Royal Blue, I have got Amethyst Lips, I've got Cherry Lips, I've got, oh, do you remember Nina's Wish, after my friend, the author, Nina de la Mere? Wonderful lady. She's going to be reading stories to children with her latest book. Nina's Wish, which is named after her. I've got, oh, I've got a lovely French one. Come over here. Where is it? Lovely. Now, I found this in a little quirky nursery. These are all my mother plants. So these are all in very large pots, and they're all managing nicely. And this is Salvia Belle de Loire, and she's very hardy and she likes sun and semi-shade. And if memory serves me right, this is apricot and white. We've got the enormous Royal Bumble, which you cannot keep in a small pot. They're just too big. And I've also, thanks to Jill, got a healthy stock of the Uliginosa, which is the bog salvia. It will grow in the sun. So don't think that, oh, it's got to be in a wet, soggy spot, because of course in the winter, they're not so keen. So this is a lovely baby blue, but it is quite a tall chap. So in the border, I've known them above my head. I wouldn't plant them in a bog. I know they're called the bog salvia. Wouldn't plant them actually in a bog. I'd just plant them in a situation in your garden where you're going to remember to water them if we don't get any rain. What else have I got? I've got, who are you? That's the mother plant of Icing Sugar. This is the mother plant, which I'm particularly pleased with. I also, don't forget, I grow Salvia Pratensis, which is the UK native. Now, this is a salvia that is protected by law under the 1981 Countryside Act. Very important that we look after these. Perfect plant for the garden, having a lot of success with that. And what else have we got? Oh, my mother actually looked after 2 of the remaining royal bumbles that we had. And she calls salvia Jersey sage. So if any of you know them as that, you're talking about this family of salvia, which is the Amensis. Of course, there are lots of other salvias available, and a majority of them, other than this Yamensis family grouping of the genus, they are sterile, they do not set seed, and cuttings are tricky. It's a different shaped leaf. So as long as you're looking for this type of leaf, you're not going to have a problem with taking your own cuttings and being able to propagate.